This video is going to address why I'm not making recipe videos anymore, and this was a big decision for me because recipe videos are essentially how I grew this channel to the whopping 2,000 subscribers that it's currently at. I love every one of you, by the way. During this time, I really fed off the trend in anabolic recipes on YouTube and was creating my own, was watching other people's, and I was really immersed in that whole lifestyle. I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of money on these recipe videos. It takes a lot more than people realised, and I truly felt at the time that is what I wanted to be doing and that I was helping people, and I still think that now. I was a big proponent of eating that way before creating these YouTube videos, and I was doing it myself for a long time before creating these YouTube videos. Just making them made me do it even more in my own life. However, around January-ish of this year, I slowly started to move away from it. I was becoming a bit disillusioned with it, realising that it's not actually the amazing thing with no consequences that it's sold to be. And now 5 months on, you may have noticed that I'm not really doing recipe videos anymore, and there are quite a few reasons for this. So let's go through some of the main ones. The first one is a big one, and some of you might know the name Scott Murray. You might also know that he was a close friend of mine. I spoke to him on a weekly basis about all kinds of things. We spoke about training, we spoke about recipes, but we also spoke about family and other things that we cared about and enjoyed, and we just chatted shit. He was a friend of mine, and he was one of the largest, I would say, anabolic recipe YouTubers on the platform. He got to around 50,000 subscribers, but was putting out a ton of recipes, and unfortunately, a few months ago, he passed away, unexpected, and he was only 26 years old. And to be honest, it's not something I've spoken about in any videos yet. I've had some people message me who knew that I was close with him, but it's not something I've spoken about for a few reasons. One of them is out of respect to his family. If I had a son who died, I wouldn't want people talking about it online. But also, it actually affected me quite a lot, and it really upset me. And talking about it upsets me, and I'm getting a little bit upset now. So we're going to move on. But yeah, his passing was jarring and devastating to me, and it really woke me up from this whole trend of high volume anabolic eating. It made me think a lot about health and fitness on YouTube. Nearly all of the people promoting health and fitness aren't promoting health and fitness. They're promoting looking shredded and being shredded, not health and not fitness, because those things don't go hand in hand. They're promoting abs and vascularity, not health and fitness. I don't really know how to explain this one, but Scott's passing really made me think about things and turned me off of the whole volume anabolic diet thing in quite a big way. Following on from what I said about health and fitness, I started to look back and reflect on what I was actually doing. I was telling people my life was health and fitness, but at the same time, I was doing everything I could to make every calorie and macro I had as tasty and delicious as possible, pumping it full of artificial sweeteners and all these volume foods and all these hyper-palatable, highly processed things. And I'm not saying these are bad for you. I love them, I still have them, and I don't think they are bad for you whatsoever. But they definitely aren't health, and they're definitely not fitness. They're not bad for you, but they're definitely not good for you. Knowing about nutrition is not knowing about how to cheat the system. It's about understanding the values that different foods provide you. Some of those values are nutrition, healthy fats, fiber, all of those kind of things, vitamins and minerals. And some of those values are they fill you up, but they're pretty much just water and xanthan gum. It's not about cheating the system, it's about actually knowing what different things provide you. The next reason might piss some people off, but guys, it's maturity. It suddenly hit me a few months back that Greg Doucette, whose life is dedicated to making every meal as tasty as possible, like a cheat meal, like a dessert recipe, he's in his late 40s and he's obsessed with desserts and can't just eat something pretty boring. And I don't think that's mature. I am an adult, believe it or not, by this baby face. And I have got adult taste buds. I can, or I should, be able to eat things that taste incredible, things that taste good, and things that taste meh, and be okay with all three of those things, because all three of those things have value and all three of those things have a time and a place within your diet. You can appreciate them all for what they are individually, and I think this is a big part of making health and fitness and bodybuilding as well an actual lifestyle rather than something that just stresses you out. Me being obsessed with making everything as palatable and high volume as possible led to a very poor relationship with food. You just demonize anything that is high calorie dense, you don't even consider it as an option, and anything that is low calorie is suddenly good. And that's not how it should be. I was thinking, I can't eat that because it's high in calories per 100 grams or whatever. But I'm bulking and I'm eating over 3,000 calories a day right now. I can eat it. There's plenty of room in my diet to have these high calorie things. I can eat these things, and so can you. Another thing that is rarely mentioned about anabolic dieting and these high volume ways of eating is cost. Shit gets expensive. The syrups, the powders, all of the fresh fruits and vegetables that you need to buy to bulk up meals, it just costs a lot of money. Yes, you're not eating out and spending all that food eating out, but if every meal you have has a whole bag of spinach, a whole thing of mushrooms, all this syrup, it all adds up and it all costs a lot of money. And right now, I've just bought my own house. I don't have a lot of money to be spending on filling up an empty, a bottomless pit of stomach that I have. And I'm not going to waffle on about cost for too long because it definitely triggers some people. But when I got over and got past the whole anabolic recipe thing and food hacks and volume eating, my shopping bill for food went down considerably. Food focus. Thinking about food too often, more often than you should be. Thinking how you can make every food you eat as tasty and filling as possible. Thinking how to fit as much of that good tasting food as you can into your diet as possible. Thinking how you can cheat the nutrition system and eat like a 5-year-old. Food focus can present itself in many ways, differently for every person. But for me, personally, making these recipes on my YouTube channel was giving me a ton of food focus, because not only were all my meals based around, believe it or not, food, but loads of my free time was thinking about a recipe idea, testing the recipe idea, writing the video script for the recipe, recording the video for the recipe, then editing the video for the recipe, posting it, replying to comments, thinking about the next one. My whole life became about anabolic dieting, and food focus just went through the roof, and it was not healthy for me. Food should be a part of your life. It should be a good part of your life, but it should not be your life. And the final point I want to touch on, which is one of the things that's pushed me away from this whole anabolic recipe YouTube video thing, is providing value to people. There are now a ton, an absolute shit ton of anabolic recipes on YouTube. Anything you want, you can pretty much find. And any recipes that I now post or anybody else now posts are just going to be a variation or a direct rip-off or a copy or another version of the same recipe that's already out there. And I want to post videos which are actually legitimately helpful for people. And right now, when something can already be found out there, I don't think it's that helpful. I think that videos about training, about nutrition, about mindset, about mentality around all of this thing we call a lifestyle is way, way more helpful to people than a recipe video that has been done by 10 other wannabe YouTubers. I'm definitely not saying that those recipe videos aren't valuable content anymore. They definitely are, but it's been done. We can look back at those when we need them, and then we can move on and create new content that isn't just recycled, and that's actually valuable. And so those are most of the reasons that I can think of why I'm not going to be making recipe videos for the foreseeable future, at least for now. Next time I go into a crazy diet for a contest, that might change, but for now, no more recipe videos. I know because of this, the views on my videos will drop, and honestly, I don't care. I know that I might lose subscribers because of this, and I will care about that. But I also completely understand that. And I know that some of you will stick around and appreciate the new style of content, the continued style of content for this channel. And those are the people that I really, really appreciate. So if you are going to stick around and watch these videos, thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your support. The coaching application for Progressive Physique Coaching is the top link in the description. You can visit my website, www.progressivephysiquecoaching.co.uk, or you can email me, ashmaypt@gmail.com, with any questions you have about online coaching with Progressive Physique Coaching. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about the future of this channel or my thoughts about anything that I have commented on in this, or let me know your thoughts, drop them in the comment section below. And until the next video, see you later, guys.